Hi there, Eric and Noho's here with the First Coast Heroes team. This is Katie, my wife, and we are currently at a listing right now. So we just thought we'd take the opportunity to kind of talk about like the three biggest things, I guess, that get a house ready and get a house sold quickly for top dollar in the least amount of time. So Katie, you want to start us off, and what do you think the number one thing is?
Well, I wonder if people that are right now, at the time of this recording, everyone's thinking like, oh, it's so easy to sell my house, the market's on fire, I can just put up whatever and it's going to be fine. And maybe we were able to get away with some of that in the past, but moving forward, it's always good to keep in mind what you need to do to make sure that your house is ready to go and it sells for top dollar. So there's just a few things that we thought were super important. First thing I think of, anybody who's looking through homes on MLS or Zillow or whatever, you're seeing the photos, maybe even a video, maybe a floor plan, and you're matching it to the price, right? So you can see these photos and you see the price and you're already starting to formulate based on where the location is and things like that. Do I think this is priced right? Is it overpriced? Is it underpriced? And then I'm like, well, I like it enough to go see it in person. So then we go see it in person, and every buyer walking through, they're going to start assessing, okay, is this price point what the pictures conveyed, or is it not so much? So we just kind of want to talk about how to make sure when a buyer walks through your door that they're just blown away and ready to buy and not lowball.
Perfect. So what Katie's talking about is really being move-in ready, right? So we had this personal experience, right? We looked at a baby stroller yesterday. We were looking at it. We wanted to go check it out. From the pictures, it looked great. We read reviews of previous strollers.
It was a used one,
It was a used one. And so we went into the house, but upon further inspection, it was dirty.
Really scuffed up.
It was scuffed up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a quick vacuum and maybe a little bit of polishing, cleaning up, I think we would have been
We
buyers.
probably would have bought it, yeah.
We would have bought it. The price was okay. We probably would have negotiated, but the same point happens here. Like, let's say you're going to find a used car, right? You go in there, maybe it's somebody you found on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and you go to the house, or the car, and it smells, or it's not vacuumed, or it's not clean. All these little things, we as consumers, we're matching the photo and we're going into and looking at the product in person. That's all we're doing here. We call it the snip test.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do. We help you find out, and when we come to our listing appointments, we really help you get that top dollar, how to make that move-in ready experience. So Katie, in your experience, what is a move-in ready house? What does it look like? I
think the biggest thing for me that you can plan for is the scent of your house. So you really want it smelling good. You want it smelling neutral. So oftentimes the pet odors really are strong. So, and most pet owners that we know, and even we were pet owners, you kind of come numb to it and you kind of become used to it. So invite a friend over, or we'll do it too. And if you invite us over for a listing appointment, invite a friend over and be like, hey, honestly, can you smell pet odor here?
Yeah.
And if so, we're going to definitely recommend to shampoo the carpets, and possibly if you have an upholstery couch or furniture, it really sticks in there, and so that's like a huge way to retain top value, is to make sure it smells really good.
That's a big one. Because it's right, you come in, get the initial boom. If it smells fresh and clean, you're like, oh my gosh, this is great. Yeah. Another thing we see is the house being clean, right? And cleanliness looks like in different ways, right? A lot of us have kids like walking around with their little fingers on the wall. So a fresh coat of paint, wash the walls. If you got a flat paint, touch it back up. Your baseboards, that's a big one we see a lot of times.
Yeah.
The hair or dust builds up, so you really want to get those baseboards going. Anything else you can add to that?
And for the baseboards, especially in the entryway, because that's usually where it makes the biggest impact, and also in like the living rooms and the kitchens and things like that. Wipe down cupboards, cabinets. I mean, this is like pretty easy, low cost things to do to make a huge effort, because what you're signaling to potential buyers is, hey, look, I've maintained my home, it's clean, it's move-in ready, you don't have to worry about anything, it's good to go.
Yeah. And so that's the big things right there. So we saw paint, we saw baseboards, we saw cleanliness. Don't forget your fans. They collect dust all the time. On top of your TVs, your kitchen, make sure your sinks are clean, your appliances look shiny. Those are big ones, because when a buyer's walking through, like Katie was saying earlier, you're already comparing it. You already know the location, the price works for you, the house looked great on the video, on the MLS, and then you saw the video, maybe if there was one, So now you're just coming in
Making
here and
sure you're not
verifying.
getting catfish,
Right,
right?
catfish. Oh, that's a big one to talk about. So that's it. You get that one time, that one opportunity to make that impression and just make sure they get wowed.
Yes.
You know, so to recap, a lot of times we're looking for a move-in ready home, and that can be done pretty easily. Get a house that smells good, get a house that feels good and clean, and then paint your walls, paint your baseboards, clear up any dust bunnies that you have laying around, clean up your lawn and things like that. It's just really quick and easy. Obviously, you're pricing your home, even though we're in this crazy market right now in 2021. You may not be like this all the time, so you want to make sure you have an agent that's going to be pricing your house correctly for the location you're in. And then the location, really, it's something you do in the beginning when you're buying your home. So you want to make sure you're buying in an area that's up and coming or it's already established. And that way, when you get to the point of listing your home, it's going to be a home run for you guys. So hopefully that helped out. Do you have any final thoughts?
I think just to point out, like, if you're talking to an agent or somebody who's telling you to totally remodel your bathroom for $50,000, like, definitely get a second opinion. A lot of what we recommend, it usually is, is very cost effective and within budget. And there's a lot that you can do, to get top dollar, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to totally renovate everything. So just make sure you get a second opinion if you're feeling like you're feeling pressured to totally renovate something.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment below. Message us directly. We'll have all our contact information right at the end of this video. Again, we're Katie.
I'm Katie. That's Eric. We're
Katie,
the Roscoe's Heroes team.
That's right. We don't really do outtakes. We just do on the first shot. So
yeah,
that's us.
In it. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.